Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we talked about yesterday Markieff Morris potentially being in, the Nets having the strongest interest, but both the Sixers and the Nets fitting it. And I honestly thought the Sixers were going to be the guy or the team that takes Markieff Morris because he's a Philly native. But it's looking like that this guy is going to be signing with the Brooklyn Nets. Shout out Marc Stein. An update this morning. The Nets have moved into advanced discussions with free agent forward Markieff Morris as Brooklyn seeks to bolster its frontcourt, league sources say to Marc Stein of the Sideline. Now, what do I think of this, guys? This was a move. Look, the Markieff Morris they're bringing in, I honestly think they now have on this roster, which was something that they needed, okay? Let me explain it to you. If you look at the Nets roster, they have Kessler Edwards. They have Royce O'Neal, which I love. Royce O'Neal, Jay Crowder, Kessler Edwards was awesome for them last year. Because Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, Royce O'Neal, Nick Claxton are their front court guys. While you're going to argue that TJ Warren, Royce O'Neal, and Kessler Edwards were their only, and maybe even David Duke, who's on two-way, so we won't count him right now. But Kessler Edwards, TJ Warren, and Yuta Watanabe literally and Royce O'Neal were the only four guys they had for wing position and forward positions. So bringing Markieff Morris, he's going to be the bottom of the barrel right there. He's a guy that I think just in case you need to break the glass for emergency. And the Markieff Morris that we hope to see, I think the best version of himself in the past few seasons was when he was on the Lakers. And with the Lakers, he's basically, I know his shooting percentages were down, but even with the Heat, he shot well. It's just he's going to be a guy who's going to shoot, play 15 minutes a night. He's going to shoot about 40 something, 44% from the field and about 35% at least from three. He's a league average shooter. He's just an average shooter, which is fine. That's what they need. He's going to be a guy who comes in, grabs you 3 to 4 rebounds, maybe 5 rebounds, dishes out 1, 2, 3 assists, and grabs a steal or so every few games and can come out and give you, 7 to 10 points a night. And that's kind of, let's be honest, is something that they needed. And again, Yuta Watanabe, I think, will get the minutes before. We'll definitely see his fair share of minutes, before he does. And I think that's fine. That's something that we talked about that. I think Watanabe, his defensive ability, in my opinion, personally, I think that's why I think he's more attractive as a role player, rotational role player than Markieff, just because I think Markieff is more of a depth guy. He's going to come in, he's going to provide depth, and that's cool and all. Like, everybody needs those guys, so that's all I'm saying. I just don't see him playing 20, 30 minutes a night unless like an injury happens where they're required, or unless he has like the second coming, career resurgence that, in my mind, I highly doubt happens. But this is a good signing. It bolsters up the roster. And similar to this, Watanabe, the Nets felt like they needed to make a move, okay? And they wanted to bolster up the middle of their team, which I think is something that they needed. And because when you went from guards to the bigs, there was just a disparity in the size between the two rosters. So I think that's something that they wanted to address with this move, which I think was the right thing to do. And that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think of this signing or potential signing? So, it's happening, it seems like. So it's a matter of when, not why. So I hope you guys do enjoy.